Oh shit. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Kiss Daniel with Oh Shit right there, featuring Caveman. Is that not unusual?
It is actually, but I love it.
I
love the result.
Yes, all right, there is the special flow we have, and the secret is we are always riding the wave of goodness filled with everything you need on this very show, Entertainment Splash.
And then, you know, we have so much goodness for you. It is Movie Tuesday, and trust us, we never ever fall short. We always give you as it is.
Yes, for the next 2 hours, make sure that you stay strapped and, of course, join the ride. It is Tuesday. Now, my name is Amanda Dara. Today, you can call me AD.
Ooh.
All right, and it's your homegirl right here. It's your girlfriend next door. It is the jewel in the crown. It is Honey Flames, baby. It is Honey Body.
Ooh.
It is Honey Fire. It is Honey on Point. It is Honey Pizu for Shizu.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you know my name is Catherine, but y'all know me as Lady Cat, her real hotness, Kit Kat, Queen Cat, her real hotness, Kitty, Kata, Kate, Ovika, Tickers.
That's right. Hey.
Alrighty, and I think that we should just go on another music break. And when we return, we'll have all the juicy stuff for you. Stay here with us. You already know it is Tuesday when you hear certain songs on Splash.
That's
if
right.
you are a very ardent viewer of the show, and we really do appreciate you. All right, so let's get into what we've got for you today. Today's show is as good as it can get because we have the entertainment news, celebrity birthday shout-outs, then a quick entertainment history lesson on Rewind lined up just for you.
Yes, of course, we also have Where Are They Now? Somewhere around the corner, while Lady Catherine will be taking over Social View, giving us today's dose of social media craziness.
More to come on the flip side of the show, as one of us will be chewing it off. We'll also be checking out what you missed on the news recap, while in today's Daily Top 5, we'll be talking about 5 movies that centers on cyberbullying.
All right, so want to know what movies and TV shows we recently watched or currently watching? Then join us as we will be talking about that. We'll then wrap it all up with Movies at the Movies! Let's go!
Ooh, amazing tune right there. All right, guys, let's dive straight into the entertainment news we have for you today. And we're starting with this good news. Trey Songz cleared of sexual assault allegations. Yes. American singer Tremaine Neverseen, popularly known as Trey Songz, has been cleared of the sexual assault allegations made against him late last year. If you would recall, the alleged incident took place on the singer's 37th birthday, where it was stated that he had invited a group of women to his hotel room at the Cosmopolitan in Las Vegas, during which he allegedly assaulted a woman. Following investigation, the police has released a statement saying they couldn't find any evidence against him. The statement reads, and I quote, "The LVMPD has concluded the investigation that the sexual assault allegations against Tremaine Neverseen and determined that no criminal charges will be filed. If any new evidence comes to light, the case will be reopened for further investigation." Reacting to the new development, Trey Songz's lawyer stated, and I quote, "We are grateful to the LVMPD for the professional police work done and their thorough investigation, which included findings of inconsistency in witness testimony and insufficient evidence. We are pleased that Trey can now return to what he does best, entertaining," end of quote. Just so you know, Trey Songz has been the subject of several sexual assault accusations. Earlier this year, artist and former University of Nevada, Las Vegas basketball star Dylan Gonzalez came forward claiming that the singer raped her and caused her unbearable PTSD.
Yeah, I am very happy for Trey Songz because these are one of the things that can actually make them cancel you, and you would never just you know, rise again. That will be the end of your career. I am so happy for him that it's been cleared, and you know, they've investigated and done all they can actually do for that case, because it's a very serious one.
Very serious. And one thing that you can actually state is that you can be sure that the investigations were thorough.
Yeah.
There were not biased. And
yeah.
that's so much to talk about where Nigeria is. Like, in this kind of situation, you don't even trust that the system has done a proper investigation. Over there, you can actually feel like, okay, you know what? They have done their investigation and they have cleared him, so we believe that this was legit or he was actually innocent. So it's exciting for him to be cleared of this because this is not a time to be labeled.
No, it is not.
It's not.
The forgiveness threshold is very low. And understandably so. People are tired of actually taking nonsense just because, oh, you're a celebrity or a musician. Nowadays, people are speaking up. So it's also like, it's good to see the accountability happening, even if it's an accusation. It's not something that you just write on Twitter, oh, my enemies are... But you actually, you actually go through this investigation and then you can clear your name.
And then with all that's happening in the entertainment scene right now, at the moment, I am totally very happy for him because his career was already on the brink. Like, people are like, oh, I don't want to have something to do with someone accused of that. But everyone was waiting for the results. And now the verdict is out. We're like, okay. Come here, Trey Songz, so I'm pretty happy for him.
Okay, great news for Trey Songz. Moving on to more news. Still good news, Britney Spears announces pregnancy. Yes, American singer Britney Spears has revealed that she is pregnant with her third child months after she was released from a conversationship that prevented her from marrying and having additional children. The singer shared the news in a post on her Instagram, saying that she had taken a pregnancy test after her partner, Sam Asghari, had teased her about being food pregnant. She wrote, I lost so much weight to go on my Mao trip only to gain it back. I thought, geez, what happened to my stomach? My husband said, no, you are food pregnant, silly. So I got a pregnancy test and, oh, well, I am having a baby. She continued, 4 days later, I got a little more food pregnant. It's growing. If two are in there, I might just lose it. I obviously wouldn't be going out as much due to the paps getting their money short of me, like they unfortunately already have. It's hard because when I was pregnant, I had prenatal depression, and I have to say, it is absolutely horrible. Women didn't talk about it back then. Some women considered it dangerous if a woman complained like that with a baby inside her, but now women talk about it every day. Thank Jesus we don't have to keep that pain a reserved, proper secret. This time I'll be doing yoga every day, spreading lots of joy and love. If you recall, Britney Spears had previously stated that she wants a family with the actor model after announcing her engagement to him in September 2021. In a recent post, she had referred to the actor as her husband, but it's not officially known whether they are married yet. Spears and Asghari met in 2016 on the set of her music video for her song Slumber Party, and the news of the pop star's pregnancy comes a month after a judge ended her 13-year conversationship after a highly publicized legal battle with Spears' father, which ended in November 2021. During court hearings, the actor, or rather the musician, referred to the actor as her husband, but it's not officially done yet. The news of the pop star's pregnancy comes months after a judge ended her 13-year conversationship after a highly publicized legal battle with Spears' father, which ended in November 2021. During court hearings leading up to the decision, the singer alleged that she was required to remain on birth control against her wishes, and Britney Spears is already a mom to two boys, Sean Preston Federline and Jaden James Federline, from her previous marriage to dancer Kevin Federline. Yes.
That was it was a mouthful.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Congratulations to Britney Spears right there. I like that. She's very happy about it. I like that even though she's gone through stuff in her previous pregnancies, she's looking forward to this. She's telling people that I'll be doing yoga, and, you know, there were things that happened to me in my previous pregnancy, and I'm going to be talking about them. Thank God thank Jesus that, you know, we can now talk about all of these things, that they're not secrets any longer. I am super duper excited, and I look forward to this journey because these days people carry us along when they're pregnant, you know, till they give birth. Even the labor, some even show us, and all of these things. So yeah, I'm glad. I look forward to this.
I think she's happy.
Yeah, she is actually. She's from the tone is a happy one. A happy one.
And then I'm actually happy that she's opening up that, yes, during her previous pregnancies, she had perinatal depression, which is commonly known as postpartum depression. And what added to it, what actually made it worse, was the fact that she was always everywhere seeing her pictures on tabloids. The paps were everywhere taking her pictures. And The thing is, I would just say what I always tell people, do what works for you. If you know something doesn't work for you, then stay away from it. And I'm just glad that we're going to go through this journey with her.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting time. I think that if she wants to be private about it, she should. But it is good news, and Britney Spears seems to be in a better place.
Yes, she is. All right, guys, that's all we can take on the entertainment news for today. Right about now, it's time for Celebrity Birthday Shout-Outs. In alphabetical order, today's celebrants are the following people. Andy Garcia is 66 today. He's an American actor and director popularly known for films such as The Godfather Part 3, Ocean's 11, 12, and 13 franchise, amongst other films.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to him. Birthday. All right, also on our list, we have Claire Danes, who is 43 today. She's an award-winning American actress who has starred in several films and series, some of which include Romeo and Juliet, Les Miserables, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, amongst others. She was also awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2015. Happy birthday to her.
Quite a number of interesting movies.
That's right.
Under her name. Very good actress. Happy birthday.
Okay, so David Letterman is 75 today. He's an award-winning American television host, comedian, writer, and producer who hosted late-night television talk shows for 33 years. That's a record.
That is no joke.
That is as long as Jesus lived. That is a long time to do TV. 33 years.
Yes, that's right.
An OG right there.
Yes, he is. All right, bringing it back to us. Our very own Midday Martins is 43 today. She's a Nigerian actress, movie producer, and director, popular in the Yoruba Nollywood industry. And I must say she's a talented actress, and at a point in her career, she was stereotyped, because whenever you see her in a film, you're like, oh, she's going to act like the crazy person, always causing trouble. But with time, she was put into other roles, and she is very versatile. She plays those roles very well.
And she's very gorgeous.
Yes, she is.
Pretty.
So it's interesting to see that a calm person can act very crazy.
Oh, my God.
All right, a happy birthday to all of them, and happy birthday to every single person out there celebrating today. We wish you the very, very best, and we pray that this is the beginning of greater things in your life.
That's right. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's go straight to the time machine on Rewind, where we get to a quick history lesson on what happened in the world of entertainment on this very day.
Watch this.
Let's rewind. On this day in 1963, the Beatles' From Me to You is released in the UK. And in 1975, Linda Ronstadt releases When Will I Be Loved. Finally, still on this day in 1989, at the 3rd Soul Train Music Awards, Anita Baker and Bobby Brown win. And that's it on Rewind.
Watch this.
Oh, our beautiful one, like Bobby Brown, Anita Baker. What happened on this day in history? All right, it is now time for Where Are They Now? Let's find out who's been missing in action. Stay here with us.
It's Where Are They Now? Columbus Short. Columbus Keith Short Jr. is an American actor and choreographer whose acting debut came as a dancer in You Got Served before he appeared in Accepted starring Justin Long. He then took lead roles in the direct-to-DVD movie Save the Last Dance and Stomp the Ad before appearing twice in the Disney original series That's So Raven as Stray, a member of the fictional boy band Boys in Motion. Columbus had to take a break because as part of a no-jail plea agreement, Short pleaded guilty to misdemeanor domestic violence and performed 30 hours of community service. He also said that substance abuse, both alcoholism and cocaine use due to the stress of family issues and personal loss, led to his departure from the ABC political drama Scandal, where he was most well known for playing Harrison Wright. He returned shortly to the movie scene after starring in the movie The Girl Is in Trouble, and since then he has been active on the acting scene, only taking very short breaks. Now you know where they are now.
Woo! Check right there, featuring Fireboy with History. But you know, history should be taught in schools, because so many people do not know the history of Nigeria.
We didn't knew it.
All right, welcome to Social View. It is time to check out all the humor and savagery happening on social media. So let's get to it, shall we, ladies?
Of course.
Okay, this first one, we can see this uncle looking in the mirror, and people are wondering what's happening. You're eating and looking in the mirror. He says, doctor said I should watch the way I eat. So he took a mirror and decided to watch himself as he eats.
And that portion is looking like a
maybe it will work. Maybe when you know that how many moles of have I taken it?
Does this one know how many mounds or moles or what?
Sometimes people, you need to ask questions. You'll be surprised that people don't understand half of what doctors tell them.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's very true.
It's true.
You need lots of vitamins. You go and buy vitamins.
It's true.
Not necessary. So
it's just like we've done, you know, some tests in medical. Last week was World Health Day, and we had medical tests here, thanks to the management of TVC. And they sent people's results to them, you know, via mail. And I'm thinking, I just thought about it, that some people might not even know how to interpret the results. So you might have gotten it, but you don't know how to interpret it. And I just say that if you don't know, just ask questions. Yes.
And then another way to make it easier is when you send the result, just write in layman terms at the bottom.
That they can understand it better.
Thank you.
Yes,
they need to get anything.
It's true. It's true. You say somebody has HIV and then you're saying that you have retroviral. Come on, say what it is.
Okay.
that one heavy.
As in, that one
No, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare anybody.
Okay. So, my people, Forbes don't drop billionaires list. Bam. For this year. My name no day. I don't see your name too. Make we small, they carry our shoulders. All those people that used to carry shoulder pad in the area. This one is for
At
you.
the end of the day, I saw something on Instagram today. Someone was like, oh, I asked my friends to send their account balance. And all of them had like below 50K. I'm like, I will not answer this kind of You don't know that we're all managing
together.
We're all managing ourselves, you know. And at this point in time of the year, as somebody close to me will say, dry season is upon us. So if you only have shoulder pads to carry...
Me, I don't even know how to feel, especially they were reading out, Rihanna is number something on Forbes, billionaire something. I'm like, okay,
are you Rihanna?
It's inspiration. Don't worry. We'll keep putting in the work.
It's motivation. And on that number, there are almost 100 on the same number.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. All right, so this is talking about people in relationships every year. Not relationship, but relationships. It says, only you, 6 relationships this year. Ballon de love.
You know, I actually don't mind that. I think I understand this person.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me.
So sometimes you just feel like you don't want to waste time, and then you have like accelerated the process. So you know how for the first 3 months people are always doing like honeymoon phase, everything. It's like forget about that. Eating for 3 months. All right. So who are you? What are your morals? How much do you have? I'm not interested. Bounce. Next.
Wow.
And while you're talking to this person, all those things that you close if you're with someone, you close the door and other. You do it like tabs. Like window tabs, you have them, you minimize them, you don't have to cancel. Do you understand?
There are no rules to stop, but I think that some things actually work for certain people.
Yes, people know what works for them.
Especially if you have like a time.
Madam, so
please, let's move on. No. So this is a very fine picture of slippers with somebody in blur throwing it. You would think that was the motive, but that's not the motive. So at Shire 19 tweets, and it says, when mom is angry, but you're a photographer. So instead of it to wave the slippers, you're still busy focusing on the slippers. Like,
wow.
I'm going to snap it.
I just want to know if you actually eventually hit him.
You go break
and
the
his
phone.
camera or whatever he is.
You want to be trying some stuff with African moms.
No, African moms won't take this.
No, they don't even use slippers.
They will even see it as you're being rude and disrespectful.
So you're not taking my
really?
picture. So you want to go and report to me?
Oh, really?
You want to go and tell them?
See, this one is still slippers, African model. As they are throwing down, the next one is coming. Backup plan. Okay, so we see our very beloved Akara, but something is going on here. So, Diary of a Black Woman at Dear Mirabelle says, fried beans puree and chili pepper with spring onions bowl, 15,000 naira only. And we can see just 2 pieces of Akara.
Strangled Atarodo.
So, Nectar of the World at Nectar Save now replied, they say, 2 Akaras strangled Atarodo.
That's what you're calling
15K. They say fried beans puree and chili pepper with spring onion bowl.
She has her audience.
So yes, exactly what I wanted to say. Even in this Nigeria, don't even go far. So you have people who actually do stuff like this, and they have people patronize them. And you just go there. You now look at the person that has gone to waste money taking you there. Like, is that what you went to eat?
In fact, if she wants to just target tourists, people that just come to
Nigeria. Very true.
You want to taste the Nigerian food? So this is what it is.
This is actually very spicy. Would you like it? Yeah.
You know, there was actually this restaurant that opened during Valentine's season, and the chef said per table, I think it was $1,000.
Yeah, I remember.
And people
was saying something like, why would you?
Insulted him.
It's true.
Man, after
It's
Valentine's Day, you should have seen the pictures and videos. It was sold out.
Wow.
And it was mostly Nigerians. Like 90 or 80% of people there were Nigerians, were Africans.
But they have money. There's money in this country.
I'm going to say there's no money.
The thing again is that if you do not garnish your stuff, your market like this, even if it is very good, some people will look down on it.
That's true.
Some people don't even have something that is of quality, but they have carried it in such a manner that...
After you now write the name like this, you now say locally known as Akara. You know, you now...
You don't even need to put the locally known. This one don't say
it's okay. It's actually okay.
Because at the end of the
day, make it more African.
They will now say, we love it when things are African with a bit of finesse.
God bless you. God bless you, honey, but your head is there. Like content creator.
Whoever are talking like this.
How are we not going to create something?
Imagine the taste. Maybe they now stuff chicken or corned beef in it.
I'm loving this thing. Business ideas.
Okay, so our main king makes his first appearance, and he looks very upset. Is thinking, let me tell you guys his thoughts. He says, sometimes I just sit and wonder whose armpit inspired the invention of roll-on.
Question of the day. So I think that because I think before they were using deodorants, they were using like natural alternatives.
They were not even using anything.
No, they were. People were using things like pawpaw leaf,
they even use powder,
yes. You know, but maybe... I don't know what could have happened.
I don't want to imagine.
Maybe somebody almost died in a room.
Maybe. Or maybe
it was too strong.
Because I tell you what, even with the invention of roll-on and deodorants here and there, you still enter some places you just want to, like...
Is it to enter place? Someone will pass by you.
I think the mistake is that some people will sweat and they will not spray roll-on.
Yes.
Then the smell will not be like perfumed sweat. Let's just move on. Don't picture it.
I don't even want to. What is that perfume sweat?
All right, guys, moving on. This is a conversation between 2 people on Twitter. At Ramston Essien says, you guys keep acting as if breakups is not a painful experience. You know, I nearly died, bro. I was crying cut out of my eyes. And at Nathan_OG says, it's how your imagination improves for me. You will suddenly start seeing yourself as the CEO of the company where her and a new guy came to look for work. You know, just treat malaria and typhoid whenever you have heartbreak. Very true.
You know, what is most interesting is that these are 2 men.
2 men.
Ramston and Nathan.
They don't chop breakfast.
Representing the male gender. Because male gender, they like to act like they don't cry, they don't feel anything. When you say a woman that is heartbroken, you can tell she's on the phone, she's taking videos, you know.
Or should be playing all those heartbreak songs.
But a man, crying
but I have seen few men heartbroken. And it is not a sight that you want to see at all. It is worse than the woman's.
Breakfast.
See, this one is happening.
Touch everybody. See, he's asking, where my own breakfast? Okay, no, that's not what he's asking, actually. Let's find out what happened. He said, smartphones can disturb. I've just received a notification that my Bible app needs an update. For what now? Has Adam eaten another apple?
So when I saw that thing too, I'm like, what's this? So like, I was wondering. Like,
you know, it still goes back to all this. Nigerians, we don't know how to ask questions, we don't know how to read. Because I saw this update too, and it has a lot of more features where you can donate, and you can actually do. They said when you donate, you can translate the Bible to many.
I'm sure this person knows, but you know how you just want to be very funny.
But the problem most people have is once there's an update, they just click updates. They don't check what the update means.
It's because it's also the Bible app. There's something about Bible. Even when it was physical, it was problem. It's still on the phone. You're still lazy. Buying that demonic spirit.
Thank you. And churches have made it very, very simple these days. You go, you don't take your Bible. It's on the
prompter.
I can't remember last time I took my Bible.
Yes, now it's on the monitor.
Yeah.
But the thing is that some people still feel that it's a sin or not to carry like hard copy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do we want to kill ourselves in this country? So it's just like you can see automatic car and you see manual and you say that no.
Then they'll not tell you the big one we use in our church. Not carry big Bible.
Not them no. Update your Bible app.
My sister, we move. So Papa is looking like he's up to something. Let's find out what happens. And he's giving good advice. He says, never lend money to people born in May because they may or may not pay you back again.
Leave us.
Oh.
She said now us. When did you don't fly from October to May?
Don't leave us. Leave us.
Oh, okay, I get it.
No, it's short first.
I get it.
Anybody in any month.
Any month, oh. It's not by month, oh. Even the person they gave birth to on Jesus' birthday.
But that's January.
No, January is very because they have spent money. I wonder how they even if I said anybody born in January do their birthday big. I'm like, this person is very rich.
They've been saving since last year. So they are doing Christmas savings and birthday savings.
Okay.
So now turn by turn, you collect. Hey! That kind of savings, especially people that were born on Christmas, they just do it at once. Those ones, very easy. All right, guys, and that's it on the first half of the show. But not to worry, we have more where that came from. Yeah, more to come. We have the Chew It Off segment, the entertainment news recap, daily top 5. What are you watching? And movies at the movies. See you soon.
Yes, we gave you our word, and we are keeping it. Welcome back to the second half of E-Splash, baby. More excitement is coming your way, but first, it is time to chew it off. Time for one of us to let out some steam and let us know what's currently bothering her. I'm good.
I'm good.
All right, I've got something on my chest, and I really want to let it out. So what is it? Okay.
We're all ears.
A Nigerian doctor was talking online and was talking about something that has been happening in some Nigerian hospitals. So now they make women believe that they are pregnant by giving them pregnancy hormones. They inject them with pregnancy hormones. And, you know, even in first trimester, they do scan. There is no baby there, but, you know, they just, you know, pump them up and they start having symptoms. So they believe that they are pregnant. And it has been said that they have been working hand in hand with some baby factories and all of these things. So, you know, they go the whole mile thinking that they're pregnant. They even throw up. There are drugs that they give them that make them throw up. So you have the symptoms. It's like you're pregnant, truly. And they collect a lot of money from these women. And at the end of the day, they give them arranged babies. And I am like, oh, what exactly is happening? Which way Nigeria? Why are people doing this? Because that person was so cross that he said that, you know, it's going to start mentioning some of these hospitals. So this might have happened to some women. They did not even know anything about it. They just went to the hospital and they just tell you that you're pregnant. They size you up and they know that, oh, maybe you're rich. And you start coming to the hospital and they have given you injections and you're feeling the symptoms.
Also, these women don't even know.
So, yes, they don't even know. So you just think that you're pregnant at the end of the day. So they continue like that with you till, because they're pumping you.
So the tummy gets big.
Of course, with pregnancy hormones. And so you think you're pregnant. And
that is so scary.
It's so scary and sad. Very scary.
Because at the end of the day, they are selling another person's baby to you without you knowing.
And then I thought about it. When people want to do stuff and they need DNA, and so somebody is shouting, "This is not my child," and the wife is confused. It's like she's running mad. Like, so I did not sleep with any other person when I was. I mean,
crazy.
So how do you want to explain that?
That's I don't even know what words to use. That's crazy. I mean, I've heard of women who do it but are aware that they are doing this. But the fact that they're not aware, that's
I learned that some women are aware, but there is this one that they're not even aware, because they come to the hospital and then they go home and they're feeling something is growing and you think that you're pregnant.
That's extortion.
Oh, wow. Okay, I guess with that kind of new information, anybody that is listening should actually make sure that they have get multiple tested, different hospitals, and be sure
that you're really pregnant.
True.
That's
crazy. All right. Can I go? Because that was, when I saw that, I'm like, oh my choco, like, what is this?
You drop bomb and you want to just go. Wow.
This
is scary, because right now when ladies go to the hospital, they will be so scared. Like, if you want to give them injection or anything, what's that? Let me see the name.
Because you have to be. You have to be. Things have been happening because people complain of negligence too sometimes. And I even have a first-hand experience where I went to. I had an abscess. I had a boil and it turned abscess. And then 2 weeks after, I had another one. And I'm like, does this thing want to destroy my body? Perhaps I was reacting to something. And somebody told me, go to General Hospital. I went to this General Hospital. I was on leave. And the person said, go very early because there are a lot of people, usually a lot of people there. I got there. And from the outset, I mean, I started having issues. When I wanted to collect the card, the attendants were gossiping about a doctor that was sleeping with somebody that was not my business from one place to another. I got upstairs. The doctor just sent somebody out of his office and took it out on me. I was trying to tell him the history of what is happening to me. He was not listening. He was just telling me, you know what? She's very rude. And he will write something. At the end of the day, the whole thing was filled with antibiotics. And I'm like, you didn't listen to me. I have a friend who died of kidney failure, and she did not just, die like that of kidney failure. Not that the kidney had been bad all along. It was because she's been sick all through, and she said that the antibiotics they were giving her were too heavy for her system. So that went to destroy one of her kidneys, and she did not survive it. So that was a very close friend. I felt, having that information, and then you were not listening to me, and I looked at everything.
You have to cross-check for your own good.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow. Okay, I mean, that's very informative as well. So if you are sick or you need to get tested, make sure that you actually cross-check. You can also visit multiple hospitals. All right, moving away from that, getting right to it, it's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news.
And if you remember, we told you that Trey Songz has been cleared in sexual assault investigation.
We also told you that Britney Spears announces pregnancy.
Yay! We will be back with today's Daily Top 5 after this timeout.
Better be asking questions.
What are we? You know, we're East Flash, baby. All right, so you know that Tuesday is all about good music and movies. And movies are a reflection of life, and the theme of bullying has been dealt with in a lot of movies. Bullying is not like it used to be back in the days. Now technology plays a huge part, and that brings its own special kind of damage. Cyberbullying is one of the biggest problems many teenagers are facing. Sometimes the situation can get out of control and lead to disastrous consequences. Moreover, not only teenagers, even some celebrities also aren't safe from it. So if you're looking to get educated on this topic, here are 5 movies that centers on cyberbullying. Why? Because this is Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
Yes, first on our list is called Cyberbully. This is a 2015 crime drama film, a chilling real-time thriller about a teenager who experiences the worst that the web has to offer when she's targeted by an anonymous cyber stalker. The unidentified hacker plans to release Cassie's private images over the internet, and she has to stop the stalker's scheme in order to save her identity.
How the hell is this helping me?
So imagine someone that says he helps victims of cyberbullying turns out to be the cyberbully.
Yeah.
Just using mind control to gain access to your information. And then it starts like, man.
You know, I think it's just important to educate teenagers, whether it's your child or your niece or somebody's friend, you know, to know that, you know, it's okay to talk to people about it. You don't have to go to a stranger.
That's right.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
All right, next on our list is Odd Girl Out. The thing that most of the movies about cyberbullying carry is that it often pushes people over the edge. Victims get so insecure and embarrassed about themselves that they even attempt suicide. Odd Girl Out is a made-for-TV 2005 teen drama film. The film revolves around Vanessa, whose friends create a website dedicated to bullying her when they find out that she has a crush on one of the most popular boys in school. This pushes Vanessa to a suicide attempt. The best part about this film is that it also includes a message of fighting back. In this film, Vanessa's mother takes things into her own hands and involves the school authorities in the matter. She shows us what real parents should play, the role parents should play when their child gets bullied.
I absolutely love the role the mother played right there because children will go through stuff. Things will happen to them. You cannot be with them 24/7. You know, things will definitely happen. But now when they come home and you're friends with them and you talk to them and they tell you what they're going through or what is really happening and you can help them out. Because parenting does not even have any manual. But then if you watch stuff like this, it will help you.
For me, it really irks me when I see reasons for cyberbullying or bullying in general when it's centered around a guy, especially for girls. And it starts at such a young age. You see people in secondary school, high school, university actually targeting another girl based on that guy, he likes that guy. I'm like, it's crappy because it actually triggers me to remember a time in university where they actually assaulted, like the gang assaulted a girl because she danced with her friend's boyfriend, and she didn't even know. And this was a very serious issue. They got suspended, they got expelled. And I'm just thinking to myself, beyond parents actually stepping in, we also need to educate younger girls that there's no competition. Like, why are you competing for another, and why are you putting yourself in danger? Why are you also hurting other people? Because this attitude, young girls carry it and become adults.
It comes in different forms. The school that they were talking about on the island the other time, somebody poisoned was going to poison another child. It was just God. A child was going to poison another child just because the other child is doing well in school.
And then what is always the basis for children or teenagers is always jealousy and envy, lack of contentment. All
right. The third movie on our list is called A Girl Like Her. This 2015 movie about cyberbullying features a girl standing up for justice. She's shown to be strong and is ready to take revenge. Moreover, this film explores the subject of cyberbullying from both sides. A Girl Like Her revolves around Jessica, a high schooler, and she has to confront her bully, Avery Keller, who has been bullying her for the past year. Jessica takes the help of Brian, her friend, and a hidden digital camera. They manage to capture evidence of Avery's relentless harassment. It is a must-see for everyone who has been cyberbullied or has bullied someone else.
Jess, what happened today?
That's another thing. Another way to battle cyber bullies is getting them in their own lies. Because when people go to them to confront them, they will obviously deny it. But when you get evidence, that alone puts them off. So that's another way to confront them, getting evidence and trying to make them see reason.
For me, I just like how they actually portrayed the bully. And you could see that sometimes bullies are not really monstrous people. They look sweet or they appear sweet, and then look at what they're doing. So it's two sides of the coin with that one.
All right, moving on to the next movie centered around bullying. This one is titled Carrie. While this 2013 film isn't completely about cyberbullying, it shows social bullying which does eventually transform into cyberbullying. It shows how far teenagers can go in terms of bullying to validate themselves. Carrie is a drama and horror film, and it revolves around Carrie White, an outsider bullied by her classmates and mother who is narcissistic. She learns how to control her new abilities after discovering she possesses special powers. When she's pushed too far, her abilities turn lethal for everyone around her. Wow.
That particular mother, the actress that played the mother, she's always played these very weird roles. I've seen in a couple of movies. I mean, this seems very close to like a Nigerian film where it's like catch you.
Wicked.
Do something for you. But then again, it is about cyberbullying. And
Yes,
the fifth movie on our list is called Unfriended. This 2014 movie is about cyberbullying, which deals with the subject of suicide due to bullying as well. The film gives the entire scenario a supernatural and horror twist. Unfriended is a found footage horror film which takes place on Skype, where a group of high school classmates receive a notification from Laura Barnes, a girl who died precisely a year ago. Laura actually committed suicide when she found an embarrassing clip of her circulating the internet.
Man, imagine
I want to watch that
guilty
one.
conscience. As in, so people posted something anonymously and then someone died and the person is inviting you guys to a Skype call. Hey!
That's another African movie plot. But what I think the take home from that is the fact that when you're young, you think these things are funny. Like you see somebody going through something, that is not the time to take. Even as adults, people do it. Someone is having a fit, or is having an episode on the road, and you're bringing out your phone and you're recording.
Yeah,
like you don't know how these things can actually affect people mentally and drive them to decisions like suicide. So you actually have to be careful about what you're posting and what you're also consuming as well.
People deal with different situations in different ways. Some people, just a little remark or something and they fall into depression, and other people, different things. So just be careful how you treat people and what you say to people.
To add to that, people who actually go on celebrities' pages and then you think that you're so woke that you have the worst comments and it's making you feel like you have power, you are actually a bully, in case you don't know.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Okay, that's all we can take on Daily Top 5. What are you watching is up next. Yo, I really love that piece by Angelique Kidjo and Burna Boy. To yourself, that's it. Yes, interesting stuff. I love it. I love to dance anytime it comes on because you know what? I just find myself dancing.
You heard the song, you're like, oh my God!
Yes, okay, all right. It's time for What Are You Watching? If you're a movie or series lover, this one is for you. Today, as usual, we'll be talking about the movies and TV shows we recently watched, with you also having the opportunity to share with us what it is you have watched or currently watching. And you can do so via our phone lines and also our social media platform. We are at TVC Connect using the popular hashtag /OnTVC.
So let me go first.
Okay.
So I saw a movie titled The Pirates, The Lost Treasure, and it happens to be a 2022 Korean film. So if you like comedy, action, and drama infused in one, you should see this movie. Well, actors in the film or series. Let's talk about them. We have An Hyo-soo, Lee Kyung-soo, Chae Soo-bin, and Si-hoon. Those are the actors in the film and a couple of other ones. But what made the movie plot? So we have this Joseon bandits and pirates who came together, became friends in a very weird way. And then suddenly they find out that the Goryeo royal treasure that everyone thought was lost has a map. And they come across the map. So it becomes a race. They have to go through stormy weather, through the worst weather, the worst places on sea everywhere. And as they're going through all of that trouble on sea, they're also battling militants from Goryeo who are also trying to steal the same treasure. So it's just a whole lot, and it's quite interesting. What made it interesting for me was the fact that it was actually the beginning. When the guy thought he was going to die, and he was like, oh, is that you, Death? And then every time you think that they're going their separate ways, the bandits and the pirates, something brings them back together. So it's like, it's fate. They have to work together hand in hand. And the scene that stuck out for me, there were a lot of scenes. So there was this scene where the guy who stole the map, before they found it again on him, the guy actually he said he was going to tell them where they would find the treasure and all of that. And then he saw a penguin with a piece of gold in its beak. And he was like, oh, I found it, I found it. Everyone came. He's like, okay, it's holding gold in its beak. So where's the gold? He says, I don't know. And he's like, oh, this could be the guy we've been looking for. Maybe he changed it to a penguin and everything. And then everyone leaves him. And they finally find the gold. And he's so happy. then all the penguins just come out to attack him. So I'm just like, okay, there were a lot of interesting scenes that if I start talking about all the scenes that stuck out for me, I won't stop today. Especially the scene where the captain was flying, like proper pirates movie with comedy. No, it's a must-watch film if you actually like action and adventure. And what would I rate it out of 10? I will rate it maybe a 6.5 or 7 over 10.
Hey, we saw this plenty stories.
My sister. See, sometimes film they sweet, but you don't give you everything way you want.
All right, so what did I watch? I watched Young, Famous, and African.
Ooh, I watched that.
All right, yes,
Welcome
that's
to
the title of the series I watched. Actors in this, I would say, actors. Kanye.
Reality stars.
Yes, reality stars. Kanye, Annie, Swanky, Diamond Platinum.
Annie Dibia.
Yes, that is Annie Dibia, Diamond Platinum. You have Andel. You have Zari. You have, what's the other girl's name again? Still, I mean, all right, so the plot. I don't know. It's a Netflix original.
That's a hard question to answer.
Yes, it's, well, I'll just say that it's a reality show that actually sandwiched famous people. All right, in a very glossy but gossipy way, I'll put it that way. And he has a very disturbing narrative, with disturbing narratives. And, well, should I say with no purpose, or should I just leave it that way? All right, so I'll just leave it that way.
You're giving me life.
As in,
I'm sorry, but, you know, people here say that my mouth does not have filter. I can't help it. I'm so sorry. All right, so... the thing that stuck out for me, I think I just enjoyed some... I liked the race course. At the end, when Annie and Tubaba were going to have their wedding, and they had this thing for the guy, and then they have the shower for the lady. So what they had for Tubaba was that the guys came together and they went to a race course, and you know, they were just driving and having fun. I enjoyed that. I particularly like their children, Annie and
oh, the children.
Yes, Annie and Tubaba's children. They're so wonderful. I like the way they're so expressive. The things they say as children, I really, really love. And I think those are the ones that I can say that really stuck out from the things that I genuinely enjoyed, because I got tired at some point. And I think that maybe it's the reason I cannot do some girl kind of thing, because the gossip was just too much, so unnecessary. They were sapping my energy. They were sapping my energy. I think that Annie is a very bad guest. I think she's you know how somebody invites you to places, and you even me, that they said that my mouth does not have filter. I don't go to places and I behave unruly, or I'm picking everything. I'm saying that the food is not good. So sometimes, even if you're going to say that the food is, get home. Don't go to people and start picking and saying that this thing is not good and all that. I think Annie is very fantastic, but she has a lot of things to let out. Everything was about Two-Face, their relationship. She'll cry now, she'll tell you this, they will have the renewal of vows, and then she would say, you know what, he's a very good guy. And I'm like, okay. All right, so how am I going to rate it? I think I'll just rate it 6 over 10. That's well above average, right? Yes, thank you so much for listening to this TED Talk. Thank you.
Oh, I have a lot of things to ask you, but after this show, I'm just going to talk about what I watched. Oh, my goodness. I'm having a good laugh right now. But anyways, I watched The Woman Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. What's a very long title. And some actors in the film include Kristen Bell, Tom Riley, Michael Ealy, and many others. Now, the movie plot centers around... a woman who is mourning her 8-year-old daughter. She lost her 8-year-old daughter, and she has found solace in alcohol. And she mixes the alcohol with medications, and that's what she does. She literally can buy like 20 bottles and just drink all day. And so these medications, I think some were like for painkillers and the rest. When they were mixed with alcohol, they were making her to have hallucinations. So she felt like she was hearing things in the house, and she felt a lot of things that were not true. And in the neighborhood, they were like, this baby's crazy. You know, yes, we know that she lost her daughter, but can she just move, over it, like, can she just move on? And then one day she's in her house as usual. Oh, she's afraid of the rain as well. Since her daughter died, she has an intense fear of the rain that cripples her literally. And so she's at home a lot of times, staring out of her window, watching the neighbors, and that is the way she finds her entertainment. Sometimes she's reading a book. And so she looks out of the window one night and sees something happening in the neighbor's house across, and the neighbor who just moved in, who she was even eyeing, but found out that he had a girlfriend. And she's seen the girlfriend of this neighbor getting, like, her throat was getting slit. The lady was actually being murdered. But guess what? It was raining. So it's what's she going to do, because her fear of the rain can't even let her go into the rain. And so she's trying to call 911. Because she's drunk, so she gives 911 a wrong address. And then she's like, oh, sorry, it's not my address, it's the neighbor's address. And she's like, oh, 911 is not coming fast enough, let her try. And then she's trying to get there, and on the way there, I think she faints. But the next morning, the police come to her and they're like, why did you make a false accusation? Nobody died. So now she has to find out whether this murder was a hallucination or it was real. Because at the time when she's asking of the girlfriend, all of a sudden the girlfriend is not around, the girlfriend has traveled and all sorts of things. So it's a TV series that follows her finding out whether she was actually hallucinating or this was a real murder. It's very, very interesting. I think one scene stuck out for me was a scene where we could see her on the phone with a therapist. We never knew who the therapist was all this while, but you could see that she always had to talk to the therapist. In fact, she was always very snappy. I don't have to take my medication, I'm fine. But she had an estranged relationship with her ex-husband because of the daughter's death. And then in this particular scene, we find out that the therapist is actually the ex-husband. But she has kind of compartmentalized them to see him differently in different lights. So as a husband, she doesn't want to talk to him, but she wants to talk to him as a therapist. That scene really stood out for me. I'm going to rate it at least 8.5 over 10 because I was able to finish the series. Each episode had a cliffhanger that made me want to watch the next episode. So I think it was a very good watch. Yeah, that's it.
And you have spoiled it. Thank you.
No, if you watch the trailer, everything I said is there. You don't actually know anything with what I told you. Trust me.
Okay, so there you have it with our choices. When we return, we will be taking your calls as well as reading your messages, as you'll be sharing with us what movie or TV shows you recently watched, what you like about your choice, who acted in it, and most importantly, your rating over 10. Tweets, have you heard?
Happy song, love.
I love it.
BTS, so popular all over the world.
All over the world. Even they were recognized by at the Grammys. I was talking to you about, the hosts, and I was saying that it escapes me now. Who did I say was the host? That I was telling you what he said, and you were like, okay.
Travis Noah, yes.
Yeah. They were even recognized.
Of course they were, of course. Welcome back to the show. It is now time for us to get your messages about what you're watching. And jumping right on Facebook, we have this message from Alanemi Beverly, who says, I finally just watched the Spider-Man No Way Home, and I must say I didn't like this one. I feel it was just for this fan base because of all the nostalgia about seeing the older Spideys. Already 5 or 10. The storyline was just lazy. I think I'm actually getting tired of Spider-Man as well.
Really?
I liked the actor in it. Anyways, Tumishe is saying, hi girls. Hi. I'm currently watching Niger Christmas and I'll rate it 7 over 10.
Oh, I like
Niger Christmas.
Yes, I enjoyed it during the Christmas.
Yeah. It's a very nice one. All right, so I'm on Facebook, and Flimsy Carl says, I currently watch Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins, and I'd like to rate it 8 over 10. So in recent times, I have been seeing people talk about G.I. Joe because of G.I. Jane at the Oscars.
Yes.
And the thing with people is generally, once something is trending, people look for things relating to that thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if everyone's trying to watch and find out what really happened. All right, I also have Vanessa Ufomba who says, hi, E-Splash. Hi, back at you.
Hi.
I recently watched Adam Project, and I will rate it 9 over 10.
I've watched it as well.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was such a great movie. Great storyline.
All right, I am on Twitter, and we have Andre Yusuf who says, the old guard, it's all about science and immortality. Very interesting. Can't wait for continuation. All right, but you did not rate for us. All right, Olamide is here, and Olamide Olamide at _ Oliver Queen 101 says, Student of the Year. Well, you're not rating, you're not telling us anything about it.
But that old guard, I can tell you, it is fantastic.
Yes.
The very first scene in the movie, they shot everyone dead. And they're like, what's happening? And then everybody stands up again.
Because I'm like, how do we continue from here?
You know, it catches you. And I believe that was, is it Cameron Diaz? I'm not even sure. The lead role. Yeah, it was fantastic.
It's a very great one. It's something that you should watch if you like action and adventure.
Okay, so back to Facebook. Flawless Blaze is right here. Flawless Blaze, always commenting. I love it. She says, I recently watched Britannia. It's a series set in AD 43. The series follows ancient Rome's conquest of the Celts in the British Isles, a mysterious land ruled by wild warrior women and powerful druids who can channel the powerful forces of the underworld. The Celtics rivals, the Kara and Antendia, must work together to fight off the Roman invasion led by Plautius. And then the only hope of Britannia to win the war against the Romans was in Kate, a young girl who was said to have been chosen by the gods to send the Romans back into. Wow, that's a long message. Okay, so she says she's going to rate it 10 over 10. I mean, I think it has to be 10 over 10 because she took her time to break it down. All right, we have another one from Victor Agbayinta, who says, I currently watch The Tomorrow's War. It's an American movie which is about how those in future life kids meet those in present life to ask for help because they are fighting a war of aliens in which they need the present life people, in which the present life people haven't faced yet. So the aliens have dominated them and they had to come take people who were in the present to come fight with them. So they selected people who would die before the war would start. They had a machine that can detect when you die. So to cut the long story short, the main protagonist in the movie had a little daughter in present life who ended up being in the future. And all that and more. And this person is rating it 9 over 10, says it's a wonderful movie.
All right, Omotola is here. Hello, Omotola. Hello, Omotola.
Hi, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So tell us, Omotola, what movie are you watching or did you... Oh, my gosh. So we lost that.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's get back to Twitter. Dolphins captain here says King of Thieves is what he's watching. We've got Bright Kenny who says the movie I am watching now is very interesting and says it is Marvel Studios' Moon Knight. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that. I haven't actually seen that.
No, I haven't seen that. All right, so back on Facebook. Ooh. So I have Starboy Oloyo who says he has seen Men, Girls, and he rated 4 over 10.
All right, so we have Funke all the way from Ogba. Hello, Funke.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right. So can you tell us what you're watching and how you rate it over 10?
Okay, I actually watched Unintentional. It's a Nigerian movie.
Okay.
About 1 hour, 44 minutes. I'll rate it like 9.5 over 10.
What happens in 1 hour, 44 minutes?
The film is like 1 hour, 44 minutes.
Oh,
the duration of the movie. And it's about, okay, the major cast are Efe Wara, Beverly Osu, Omo Omidada. They were meant to go for their youth score, and unintentionally they ran into, you know, the major cast, Efe.
Okay.
So I'm just, I'll rate it 9.5. The visual, the audio, very perfect. It's a Nigerian movie.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you.
Love to hear that.
She first of all said 9 over 10, and then she went on to say 9.5 over 10.
Love it.
Okay, wow. And, well, that's all we can take on What Are You Watching. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We'll be back to talk about the movies showing other movies.
Hey,
love.
Asha right there with Mayana, and she has so many amazing songs off our new album.
That's right. Loving every bit.
All right, guys. So, you know, we've always got you covered with anything movie related on Tuesdays, right? So if you're planning to go to the cinemas this week, here are some movie recommendations we have for you. It is time for Movies at the Movies. In Nollywood, City Hustlers. This right here is a comedy drama movie that showcases real-life events of the day-to-day hustling of the average Lagosian. It asks the audience a question: to what extent can you go to live the kind of life you dream of? Actors include Mercy Aigbe, Bolanle Ninolowo, Deyemi Okonlawon, Nkechi Blessing, Linda Osifo, Charles Inoje, Akin Lewis, Jide Aobono, and others.
I saw say all my money na cut your belly be like this.
Easy, Percy. I don't know why you change that.
It's Nkechi Blessing for me. This is in
Island.
What?
No be like.
You hear I live in Lekki, but they are still going past Lakwe. After Lakwe.
I like the casting for that one.
Yes.
I like that. It seems very handpicked.
Yes.
Love it.
All right, moving on. A simple lie. A lady runs into her ex and tells a simple lie that actually spirals out of control, triggering a series of unplanned events and reactions. Actors include Bisola Ayola, Bolaji Ogunmola, Emmanuel Okubese, Kachi, Kiki, and others.
If this is how it will end, the extra things.
It looks very dramatic right there. It looks very interesting as well. All right, moving on to Hollywood. This one is titled Mobius. Dangerously ill with a rare blood disorder and determined to save others from the same fate, Dr. Mobius attempts a desperate gamble. While at first it seems to be a radical success, a darkness inside of him is soon unleashed. Actors include Jared Leto, Matt Smith, Adria Arjona, Jared Harris, Tyrese Gibson, Michael Keaton, and others.
I'd like to take a trip to the cinema to see this.
You should. I've actually watched
the storyline is so beautiful from what you have said.
I think for me is the fact that you're not really sure, is he a hero or is he a villain? Because on one end he's helping people, on the other end he's almost like a vampire. So it's an interesting one right there.
Yeah.
Yes. And well, we just want to thank everybody for being a part of the show today. It's been so wonderful doing this with you, because we tell you all the time, if you were not there, we won't be here in the first place. Thank you so much for helping put food on our tables. Yes, on behalf of this pretty ladies. Are you not, is this not breathtaking? I mean, look at now. I'm so all right, so this is Lady Cat and this is Amanda. My name is Honeypot. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Yes.
All right, now, ciao, ciao.
Bye-bye.